Good morning, students. In this video, we are going to solve some more previous problems based on the systems classification. Here, I have considered three questions from the same year paper, GATE 2008. Observe this. First system, it is a discrete time system. Remaining two, of course, these are continuous time systems. Here, the discrete time system, we have to determine about time invariant. Which of the following DTS is time invariant asked. So there are the four options. These four options regarding time invariant, I am suggesting you to watch my gate practice example videos before watching this video itself. Right. Here about time invariant, I have given some observation points. If you recall that input signal, if it is scaled, that will become time variant. Or input signal, if it is multiplied with some time dependent function, then that will be a time variant system. These two observation points we must remember. Signal, if it is shifting, that is time invariant. These observations we have made. Let us observe these options, whether continuous time system or discrete time system, same discussion. So that here y of n is n into x of n. So the input signal multiplied with some time dependent function means this is a time variant system. Similarly, input independent variable is scaled, -1 multiplied. That means scaling becomes time variant system. So this is a time variant system. Next, x of 3n. This is also time variant system because of scaling. Here shifting is there. Shifting element should be a time invariant system. We have verified already. So this is a time invariant system. So the correct option is D for the first question. Second question is, which of the following is causal system? Regarding causal system, in my video I have given the observation points. First let us recall that f of t, if it is indicating the present signal, then f of t plus some positive constant should represent future. F of t minus k should represent past signal. Clearly I have explained these in that video. Anyhow, what about the causal system means the present output of the system should not depend upon the future input of the system. Then the system is causal system. Non-causal system means the present output should depend upon the future input value. So if future value indicates t plus some positive constant. Let us observe the options. These y of t I am considering as present output. Then observe the inputs. Which inputs are having future value? Those corresponding to the non-causal system. If the inputs are not having future value, then that corresponds to the causal system. We have to identify a causal system out of these four options. Observe here, present output x of t plus 4. This indicates future value of the input. That means output, present output depends upon the future value of the input, means this is a non-causal system. Similarly, this one, x of t plus 1. This indicates future, t plus k. So that output depends upon future value becomes non-causal system. We don't need to consider the multiplication expression t minus 4 here. It is time dependent function, but we are checking the nature of the input signal only, whether it is present, past or future. Anyhow, the third option, if you observe, present output depends upon x of t minus 1. T minus 1 means this is a past value of input. It is not future value. So that this system becomes a causal system. If you observe D option also having x of t plus 5, a future value, so this also non-causal system. So out of these four systems, only C option is a causal system. So C is the right option here. Similarly, let us see the system y of t. The third question is integration of the input signal with minus 2t here, upper limit. That system nature with respect to causality, time invariance and stability, these three classifications we have to verify. Let us verify these three classifications. From our observation points, causality we can determine again here. Here, upper limit after substitution we are getting y of t should be proportional to x of minus 2t here. That means x of t is scaling here. Whenever t is scaling, time variant. And whenever t is scaling, if you observe y of 1, if I take, I will get x of minus 2. Y of minus 1, if I take x of minus 2 into minus 1 plus 2. If this is present case, with respect to 1, minus 2 is past. If this is present, plus 2, with respect to minus 1, plus 2 is future. So for negative values of the time, the output depends upon the future values of the input. So whenever the system with this relation, that should be a non-causal, because the present output depends upon the future value of the input. So non-causal fix. And the scaling of the input becomes time variant. So the given system is a non-causal and a time variant. And what about the stability if you observe? Integration of the signal is there. We need to take the bounded input signals. Bounded input signals, two categories once again: finite time duration and infinite time duration. Integration indicates area of the signal. So finite duration, if you take, you will get finite area, the system will be stable. But if you take infinite duration signal like u of t, if I take for this input signal x of t, then integration of u of t with, of course, the limits minus 2t or some constant k, if you take whatever it may be, integration of u of t from minus infinity to t value is independent variable up to plus infinity. So minus infinity to plus infinity, u of t integration, the total area will be infinity. That means even the input signal u of t is bounded in nature, the output signal y of t, which is integration of u of t, is the area is infinity. So bounded input does not produce bounded output in this case. That means this is unstable system. So finally we are concluding that the given system non-causal and time variant and unstable. Out of these four options, non-causal, time variant and unstable, option D is the correct one. Thank you.